What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel as you tune in and you check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to react to a comment that Kenya Martin made about LeBron James. And basically, Kenya Martin said that he would choose Scottie Pippen over LeBron James, basically saying that he thought that Scottie Pippen was a better basketball player, more well-rounded basketball player. So if he was Kenya Martin was starting a team, he would start with Scottie Pippen over LeBron James. And personally, I agree with him, because of Scottie. I always like basketball players who are two-way basketball players, right? And Scottie Pippen is one of the greatest defenders that I have ever seen. And then he's really good on the offensive. He can do a lot of things offensively, far as like he can play the point, he can score. He pretty good shooter. So in my opinion, I agree with Kenya Martin. And Kenya Martin is not the first person I heard put Scottie Pippen ahead of LeBron James, right? I've heard Dr. J, Julius Irvin, say the same thing, right? He ranked LeBron James, I think he ranked LeBron James 15th in his top, basketball players. He said, and LeBron James was right behind Scottie Pippen, who was number 14. And so, coming from somebody like Julius Irvin, man, who've been around and seen a lot of basketball, seen a lot of basketball players. I didn't have a problem with him ranking LeBron James number 15 all time. And then now you have Kenya Martin saying that he would take Scottie Pippen over LeBron James. I don't think that is that's disrespectful. I don't think it's like somebody might say that that's just for clicks and views. I just honestly believe that Scottie Pippen, in my opinion, is a better basketball player than LeBron James. And I think these two guys, Julius Irvin and Kenya Martin, also think that Scottie Pippen is better, right? So with that being said, man, let me play the audio from this part. They were on the Gills Arenas a podcast, right? And they was talking about it. And so some other things that he said on here too that I want to comment on, but let me play that audio from there.
Do you agree that Scottie Pippen is a better player than LeBron from a team standpoint?
If you line him up, right, height, arm length, skill set, dribbling, shooting, defense.
That one player is who you're building your team around.
Yes. He does everything.
From an attribute standpoint.
Gil, he does everything. He's a better defender than LeBron James.
Are you picking him over Kawhi Leonard
Yes.
as your star player?
Yes.
Okay. Are you picking him over Dwayne Wade?
Yes.
Are you picking him over KD?
That's a question.
Okay. You picking him over Harden?
It's a question.
No.
Yes.
This is a start
I'm picking him
team.
over James Harden. He does more.
Yes.
I'm picking
You're-
Scottie Pippen over those guys. Absolutely.
As your first pick.
Absolutely. Over James Harden? Absolutely. Of totality of his game, what he does to affect winning and losing.
Yes, Scottie
You f***ing
for
right.
sure. And he can guard
Multiple positions.
1 through 4.
So that's my
Do you agree that Scottie Pippen is a better player?
So let me react to it. Like, all right, so he also brought up Kawhi Leonard, right? Would you take Kawhi Leonard over Scottie Pippen? I mean, I would definitely take I'm definitely taking I'm definitely taking Scottie Pippen over Kawhi Leonard. Now, and Kawhi Leonard is definitely a two-way basketball player, like really good on offense, really good on defense, right? But Scottie Pippen, two-way basketball player, but Scottie Pippen can like he can facilitate your offense better than what Kawhi Leonard would do. So I can see why he would take him over Kawhi. Now, James Harden. That's not even a question. I would definitely take Scottie Pippen over James Harden. James Harden at the defensive end, is not nowhere near a good defender as Scottie Pippen is. Now, let me think about Dwayne Wade. Now, I like Dwayne Wade, and Dwayne Wade he's just so he's tough on both ends, but he's not the defender that that Scottie Pippen is. Now he comes to play, he straps it up, he strap it up on defense, but you know what I mean, he's not as big and he's not as long as Scottie Pippen is. So I could see taking Scottie Pippen over Dwayne Wade. They also mentioned who else they mentioned? They mentioned Kevin Durant. You know, Kevin Durant he's taller and his arms, you know, his wingspan is bigger, probably a little bit longer than Scottie Pippen. But he don't have that lateral movement. Um, he's not quite the defender that Scottie Pippen is. Now, offensively, he's better than Scottie Pippen, but man, I would take Scottie Pippen over Kevin Durant also. And so, you know, yeah, none of the players that they just mentioned, I think, in my opinion, you know, I would take over Scottie Pippen, not Dwayne Wade, not LeBron James, not Kevin Durant, who else did I mention? James Harden, right? Those four. I mean, I'm taking Scottie Pippen over all of those guys, man. And I can see why Kenyon Martin would do the same thing, you know, and I can see why Julius Erving has Scottie Pippen ranked number 14 in his all-time greatest basketball players. See, and that's another reason why I don't even see how LeBron James could be like in the GOAT conversation when you have like people who really know basketball and know the games, and you throw the stats out the window. Um, you know, I don't know how they can have LeBron James even in that conversation because I would take Scottie Pippen before I took him. I mean, you know, definitely gonna take Scottie Pippen before I took him. And I know Scottie Pippen have a hard time living down that situation where he didn't want to he didn't want to go in a game at the Phil Jackson called a play for Tony Kukoc, right? But to me, that's the only blemish that I can really think of, or one of the only blemishes I could think of on Scottie Pippen on his resume, man, is that play right there. That's what really stand out for me. The fact that he quit on his team and that for that play, right? And a lot of people say that Scottie Pippen regretted, he regret that to this day. But other than that, man, you give me Scottie Pippen over the flopping LeBron James flopping and stat padding and the selfishness, man. That's just something that I wouldn't be able to deal with. I would definitely take Scottie Pippen. Then you have Kevin Durant. Now with Kevin Durant, only thing I didn't, I thought hurt his legacy is the fact that he went and got his rings with Steph Curry. That was Steph Curry team. He basically got his rings with, right? And so every time Kevin Durant had his own team and the opportunity to get his team to the big game, he came up short, right? And so people are going to bring that up. He may have been the basketball player on that Golden State team, but when he was the best basketball player on his own team, he wasn't able to get it done. And so people are going to, myself included, people are going to constantly, they're going to hold that over him and constantly bring that up. Now, had Kevin Durant won a ring without Steph Curry, which Steph Curry got 2 rings without Kevin Durant, so if Kevin Durant had won just 1 ring with somebody else, then I think he would get a pass for going and playing with the Golden State Warriors, but he didn't do that. So he not gonna get a pass, or at least not in my book. Like I say, although he was the best player on that team, he don't get a pass because he did it with somebody else's team. James Harden never had any. He don't really have any postseason success. I mean, he had some major collapses in the postseason, but that's not. He haven't had any postseason success. Dwayne Wade, I think, how many rings Dwayne got? I know he won 2 with LeBron. He won before LeBron got. So I think he got 3. Right, so he got 3 rings. Dwayne, if it wasn't for the fact that Dwayne Wade was so much smaller than Scottie Pippen, then I probably would, but Scottie Pippen, man, like, he's taller, like I said, his wingspan, and then he could play defensively. He could cover anybody on the court. So yeah, man, I got Scottie, man. It's just so many reasons why you would take Scottie over all of those guys that they brought up. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, with that being said, man, don't forget to leave a comment, and I'm gonna check you all out in the next video. Peace.